Have you ever tried to reach somebody and you can't reach them, so you reach out to the family and the family member says this sounds like a scam? That's exactly what happened on this video, and watch how it goes. So before I get into this video, I always give out my free latest ebook, which is how to succeed in surplus funds or tax overages or state funds or even bankruptcies. So do me a favor, if you're not subscribed to my channel, subscribe to my channel right now, get some free items, and let's go to move forward. So on Monday, I was trying to reach a lady who is very hard to get a hold of. And I don't know if she's around, I don't know if she's deceased, but I was leaving a number of messages and not getting anywhere. I had a few people tell me I had the wrong number. So I did the next best thing and I tried family members. Family members, I've never gotten a call from a scammer trying to reach a family member to sell them or get them to do a scam. So listen to this conversation, it's very interesting.
Hi, David. My name is David Church. I'm calling on a recorded line. I'm trying to reach Carolyn Beliso, and I'm told you might be a relative of hers. Would you be able to get me in touch with her regarding a return check?
A return check for what?
Well, she used to have a address. I'm with JD Vista, and we work a lot alongside the state in getting people paid that funds have gone dormant. She had an insurance check from insurance company when she lived in Los Angeles, California, a number of years ago. And
okay, so a couple things I did good there and a couple things I could do better on. Number one is I gave him all the data. I gave this guy an insurance company check for what? Totally questioning it, which is very common. I would. If someone called me and said they were looking for my mother, my sister, I would want to know why. I would want to know exactly why before I pass on any info. This guy's doing the same thing.
And this has actually gone dormant. And I was assigned this file. I bring these to life, and like I said, we're licensed with the state and work alongside of them.
Okay, so again, I give the data, I give the company, I give the check, I give the street that she lived on, I give all the details for this to let him know, hey, I have all this info, I just need to get in touch with her. Data is what saves you. I don't say, hi, how are you, how's your day going? He could care less about how my day's going, and really, I have one mission, and my mission is to reach this lady and get her paid on her funds, not to find out how his day's going, if he's got kids. None of that's relevant right now.
And who do you work for?
The company I'm with is JD Vista.
Right.
We work.
So a lot of people always ask me, and this is an added bonus, and some of the items I'm going over right now in this video, I really wish people had told me this in the beginning. So when I first started this business, I did under David Church. Everything was David Church, and people would say, well, it's weird that you're not with the company. And my line that I used that was successful was I work independent alongside the courts, and I'm licensed with the state, and I can go ahead and have permission to work this or pull this data, and I just use my individual name. Now that I've actually done a corporation and I have the corporation name and I have a website with that corporation, it gets a lot more credibility. When people go on and they see it and they see that I have a website, they see some testimonials, it goes a lot further. And I give other videos in the beginning. Go back and listen to them on how to get testimonials if you don't have any. I mean, obviously you don't want to lie, but you want to get a few people paid, maybe some family members, maybe people you know, get some testimonials and build up your business there, get some credibility. Then you're going to get a ton more, and that comes along. But again, I'm using that as an escape right here with this.
Work alongside the state of California.
Right.
And this is regarding insurance company. There was a claim check. There's also, I also see on here too. I'm not sure if that was her insurance company at the time. And yeah, this is an insurance claim check that never got cashed.
Well, doesn't sound right. I'll tell you what, do you want to get...
So he's saying this doesn't sound right. He's questioning my credibility, and he's questioning if this is actually true, if it's not, and does he want to be involved? Is it good information? Here's the thing, I've given him enough data where I have him hooked. I'm letting him know that I'm the real deal. So I've got this guy hooked in on this deal so far. Let's continue this.
Give me your phone number. I'll get it over to her. It's her decision if she wants to call, but I'm not giving you any of her info.
Okay, and that's fine. I totally respect that, David, but as you do that, I would encourage you to let her know this. Her address was on Wilshire Boulevard. She's got this, and I'm not asking her for any money. I'm not making anything up here. My number is 949-371.
Hang on a second. Let me pull over so I can write this down.
Okay.
So I tell him, and you'll hear this in a minute, the guy's driving and he pulls over so he can write this down. At this point, he's somewhat convinced. I might ask someone, if I was driving, I don't think I would pull over. I'm like, is he on the freeway? Is he somewhere? It's like, dude, be safe. But it's pretty awesome when someone's driving, they say, hey, let me pull over so I can write this down. I don't think I've ever gotten that on a call before. That's pretty awesome.
Give me 1 second.
Wow, you're driving here, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That you're actually pulling over. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it a lot.
Okay. All right, 949.
127. She can
What's your name again?
David Church, and she could look us up online. It's jdvista, jdvista.com. She could definitely look us up online, and we don't ask people for any money. We get the paperwork process. We get a bonus from the state if she goes with us, but we won't get, I'm not asking her for any money or anything like that. We're just trying to make this to life.
Got it. All right, thanks, buddy.
Hey, have a good one, David. Thank you.
Okay, so he got the necessary info. He got off fairly quickly. He wants to believe that this is a deal, but he's not fully convinced. He said, thanks, bud, and immediately, as I was saying bye, he hung up. But the guy pulled over, he wrote down the data. I wish people had taught me this when I first started the business. I mean, we started Warriors much later, but when I first got in the business, I wish I'd known this. Now, what I would do, and I've gone over CRMs. If you don't know the CRM that I use, just go to some of my past videos, look under CRM, you'll find it. But I actually show you how to put this lead in as a follow-up. So what I would do is I would take a picture of her lead, I would put that in. I would take a picture of his info, all the info I have on her, and I would put that in. When a week goes by and I don't hear back from her, and by the way, I did leave a phone message on the same day, and I did have a sister call me back about her sister's estate. Messages do work with people. People will call back, and I always stick with the data. Hi, this is David Church. I'm trying to reach John Smith regarding the account he had from 123 Main Street. It was a B of A or whatever account it was. When you give that kind of data, you will get calls back. Does everyone call me back? Absolutely not. Do I get calls back? Absolutely. Do I get deals under contract? Absolutely. You want to stick to that data. So my original question was, how do you convince somebody that you're not a scammer? You've got to stick with your data. You've got to let them know you lived on 123 Main Street, you had this account, you had it here. There was a woman I spoke with a while ago, and her mother was deceased, and she goes, yeah, this was a tax overage. And she goes, my mom mentioned that she had bought this stupid lot and she hated it, and we let it go. I didn't know it would have an overage from the taxes. I'm like, well, it went over from the taxes, it went over on this much, and you get this much money. So you have to, and she's like, she even called her cousin who was a cop, who was the guy I made contact with. She goes, is this guy real? You're a cop, or is he a scammer? And the cop was out of state, but it was pretty funny. So stick with data. It's going to be your saving grace. I say this on every video. Hey everyone, I want to thank you for watching. I'm giving out ebooks, I'm giving out free mini course, I'm giving out various items. If you like these videos, do me a favor, subscribe, especially if you want one of my ebooks on surplus funds, how they work. A whole course on surplus funds has been put into a book. Go and hit that. I do give a few of those out every month. I give free phone calls out every month. I also give free mini courses out every month. So hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next video. Thank you.